Joining us now, Lenden Eakin, author of the new book, Showdown, The Looming Crisis Over Gun Control. And Lenden joins us this morning from Roanoke, Virginia, not very far away from Blacksburg, Virginia, where, of course, we saw what transpired at Virginia Tech. Lenden, people hear these locations and we think about what transpired with mass shootings, not only at Tech, but Aurora, Colorado, and of course the aforementioned Sandy Hook. Is there an underlying similarity to all of these tragedies?
Every one of them involves mental illness on the part of the shooter to some extent, and most of them to a great extent. They also have all involved legally acquired firearms, which all went through a national background check and were purchased with the background checks that all dealers have to provide for new purchasers.
Lenden, since these mass shootings, many have actually called for mandatory background checks in order to get a firearm. Do you think that this is a reasonable stopgap?
I don't think it'll have anything to do with stopping a mass shooting. As I just mentioned, every one of those firearms went through a background check. Adam Lanza stole the one that he used from his mother after killing her, but she purchased it with a background check. A much better solution would be to focus on firearms security, safes and disablement of firearms when they're not in use and that sort of thing, so that people can't lay hands on a usable firearm.
So let's explore that notion a little more fully, Lenden. You brought up the notion of gun safes or gun locks. If you were designing a program, what do you think would be the best solution?
Well, first, I would give tax credits for gun safes, and then I would encourage ownership any other way I could, and then I would also encourage backing up your gun safe with an alarm system of some sort, even a simple one, so that a burglar can't break in the safe without tripping an alarm, and educate people on how to store guns properly and make sure that no one who's mentally ill or underage or a criminal can acquire a firearm through theft, which is how many of the guns are making their way to crime scenes.
Lenden, gun purchases and firearms training classes have all surged in recent months. Why do you think that is?
I think people are concerned they might have to defend themselves. Between the ISIS lone wolf terrorists and the Ferguson riots and lootings and other similar situations around the country, I think people feel like they might have to take care of their own defense because police response times are not quick enough.
Lenden, again, talking about this renewed interest in our Second Amendment rights, the number of Americans holding concealed carry permits has spiked in recent years. Currently, 11 million have those permits, up from 8 million in 2011. And the state I represented in Arizona, in terms of concealed carry, they really open carry laws in Arizona, Alaska, I believe Vermont. Do you believe we will see more open carry as opposed to concealed carry laws across the United States?
I'm not aware of any more open carry laws being promoted at the moment, and I'm not sure they're such a good idea. Open carry tells the bad guy there's a gun there. I think it's better if he doesn't know. But there is pushback against the anti-gun movement, and when gun control efforts go one way, the pro-gun folks go another, and they may push for more open carry. I know they're going to push for reciprocity between states.
Lenden, given all this, given the current situation, how do you personally believe we could reduce gun violence here?
Well, in addition to safes and more security, better mental health treatment, better reporting of mental health problems so that people can be aware of when someone needs to be watched, more security available in public places and at schools so that there's a quicker response time, and generally education about security and safety, how to react if something bad happens, how to treat firearms, how to store them, how to handle them safely, that sort of thing.
Lenden, we have about a minute and a half remaining. I want to talk to you about some of the maneuverings in Washington as the Senate confirmed Vivek Murthy as the new Attorney General, despite concerns that he was just too outspoken on gun control. After the vote, the NRA said it would score those who voted for the nomination. How serious a problem, with a little less than a minute and a half remaining, how serious a problem is it to have a Surgeon General who apparently is a real opponent of Second Amendment rights?
Well, hopefully it won't be a problem, but if he pushes the issue, there's going to be conflict between patients and their doctors, because about half Americans have firearms and want them for self-defense, and most of those people resent any effort to reduce their ability to defend themselves.
Well, we will continue to keep an eye on Washington, and as you point out, Lenden Eakin, we have a situation where Americans believe in their Second Amendment rights, and a whole lot of us are gun owners. And perhaps you want to become the owner of Lenden Eakin's new book, Showdown: The Looming Crisis Over Gun Control. Our thanks to Lenden Eakin for Skyping in this morning from Roanoke, Virginia, right there down by the beautiful Shenandoah Valley in southern Virginia. There is more to discuss on this program: managing high blood pressure, getting ready for Christmas, and checking all the news we have for you. We have that news ahead in this Newsmax Now update, and then America's Forum will return.